for two.
Ginty's first free throw attempt is up, and it is good. Devin Ginty, a junior from Alta, California, staying 6'2". I'll tell you what, if Oklahoma doesn't get their act together quickly, they might come out of the Great Alaska Shootout, not even with a win, because if they take Houston lightly, like it seems like they've taken San Diego lightly here tonight, they're going to be in a world of trouble.
You have 3 losses so early in the season. I mean, it's going to be an uphill climb when they get into conference play. I mean, these guys were stars last year in that very tough conference, and right now been a non-factor in non-conference play.
Tommy Mason Griffin swings it over to Willie Warren. Griffin, top of the key, almost had the ball swatted away, gives it up to Cade Davis. Back out Willie Warren. Warren, pump fakes. Trying to free himself up. Trump stops in the lane. Too hard off the glass, no good. Ball batted around. Cade Davis goes up. And don't count the bucket as it rimmed out, but he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, Mason Griffin, the point guard for the Oklahoma Sooners, has been really held in check. Giving him space, giving him about 2 or 3 feet when he drives. They're jumping back, not letting him be a driver and a slasher. It's really affecting the Oklahoma Sooners offense, I feel. But yes, again, if you're an Oklahoma Sooners fan watching this one, don't take a lot of stock in this one, because you got to think, 1, they have a long road trip. 2, unfamiliar territories for them here in the last frontier. And also, this is a veteran-laden San Diego club, top to bottom.
But if you're talking to Jeff Capel post-game, that's not going to be an excuse. He doesn't really find too many excuses after a loss. I'm sure he's not going to be too pleased with his ball club after this one.
Toros, from the tip, just took it to him. And it started on possession 1. Brandon Johnson knocking down a trifecta from the corner. And after that, it's been on the boards for the Toros.
An easy slam dunk for Marafa.
Back to zone defense for San Diego.
Willie Warren goes to the hole hard, and he was fouled, and he'll go to the line.
Interesting aspect of this basketball game, Brandon Johnson, the leading scorer coming out of halftime, has spent the majority of the time on the bench. This second half of play, they didn't need him.
Nice feed there from Ginty to Marafa for the easy slam dunk, and this will send Willie Warren to the line once again. If you're Oklahoma, though, you got to start finding somebody else besides Willie Warren to step up. I know last year, obviously, they had the Griffin brothers and Blake Griffin and Taylor Griffin. Both of those guys are now in the NBA. Of course, Blake playing with the Los Angeles Clippers, but he's been hampered by a knee injury and hasn't got to see any playing time yet. Taylor Griffin's playing for the Phoenix Suns this year.
You almost wonder if Tiny Gallen, the freshman from Oak Hill Academy, is in the doghouse of Jeff Capel. Not seen much of him this second half of play.
I don't know if we've seen any of them in the second half, really.
Started the second half, and that was about it. Doghouse ever since.
Willie Warren knocks down the second free throw attempt.
Trust me, he's fresh on the bench. That's for sure.
Back to a 20-point lead, 69-49. About to hit 5 minutes to play here shortly. Lewis has the ball, gives it up to McCollum. Jackson now over on the right side, guarded by Willie Warren. Jackson trying to free himself up, passes it over to Patrick McCollum.
San Diego taking a lot of time here.
McCollum left alone, knocks down a three-pointer.
Just kick it up there, see if it goes in. Everything else is.
Well, San Diego tomorrow night. Actually, they have the night off. They play Friday night against Houston.
That's going to be a tough matchup for San Diego. Houston's one of those squads that rolls the basketball up and says, hey, let's play a street kind of basketball, up and down the floor.
Uncontested three-pointer right there. That last shot from Patrick McCollum. And this is going to be one of the lower offensive productions for the Oklahoma Sooners in past seasons. Only 49 points right now. Cade Davis, top of the key. Three-pointer, no good. That's been the story all night pretty much for the Oklahoma Sooners. You hear the clank of the rim, and then you hear a rebound pulled down by the San Diego Toreros.
One and done all night long. One and done. San Diego's been dominating the boards. The West Coast Conference squad that was in the middle of the pack last year, looking like the up-and-coming team in the WCC. Always a tough squad.
Jackson looked like he wanted a lob pass up there to Marafa.
You got the Zags, obviously, in the WCC. You got St. Mary's was a very good squad last season. Zags looked good in a little bit of warmer place today, didn't they?
Yeah, a little bit. They played in that Maui Invitational. Three-pointer from Willie Warren, knocks it down. One of the few bright spots tonight for Oklahoma. And an easy deuce for Marafa on the other end. Oklahoma not getting him at all on transition defense.
Yeah, scored on one end and then come back down and didn't match up at all, and it was an easy little bucket. And that was after a point. So you wonder if they're not uninterested in the defensive aspect of the basketball game.
Mason Griffin, bounce pass Willie Warren, three-pointer, no good. Ball batted around, and it's last touch by Orlando Allen of Oklahoma. And a timeout on the floor.
Passing, producing some points. Looks like it's going to produce a win as we approach that 3-minute mark.
Baseball pass intercepted by Cade Davis. Looking like he was a defensive back for the Oklahoma Sooner football squad there. Mason Griffin, rising fire, in and out, no good. Rebound pulled down by Allen, and he was fouled on the putback attempt, and he'll go to the free throw line.
Mason Griffin's jump shots have been south of perfection. I mean, just look at the size difference, too. I mean, Oklahoma Sooners, if there was just a paper Lions at the moment, boy, they would just be roaring. For the size difference, the accolades, the McDonald's All-Americans, they got it all, but San Diego took Oklahoma behind the woodshed tonight here at the Sullivan Arena.
Free throw attempt from Orlando Allen, rims out. About to hit 3 minutes to play here in the second half. McCollum almost has the ball stolen away, but able to get it to Jackson.
Jackson, a calming influence in San Diego. Whenever they're in trouble, they just get the ball to him and say, hey, work your magic. Do something offensively. 10 ticks on the shot clock.
5 seconds on the shot clock. Kick it out to Ginty for three. No good, but nobody boxed out. And ball still loose and batted around, and Oklahoma winds up with it. Here comes Willie Warren. Rising fire. No good. And ball was loose for a moment, and a foul on the floor. It's going to go against the Toreros of San
Diego. Ginty over the back. 7th team foul by San Diego at the moment. Next up for Oklahoma, not going to be an easy matchup. Jeff Capel and the rest of his crew.
Talked about they play Houston tomorrow night.
Yeah, Houston, no slouch to say the least.
They play tomorrow night, 7:30 Alaska time. So if you're in the Central Time Zone, it's going to be 10:30 your guys' time.
Yeah, to say the least. You're going to stay up and watch these late matchups here at the Sullivan Arena. You better set your alarm clock. Take an early nap. Call off work tomorrow.
Well, hopefully you don't have to work on Thanksgiving Day. That would.
People like me and you have to. So
yeah.
let's lump everyone in it.
Yeah. I don't really classify this as work. I find it rather fun.
Yes. Wish we got a more entertaining game. 74-54, San Diego control.
So Orlando Allen still stands at the free throw line after a lane violation. Oklahoma has struggled all night, it seemed. And Orlando Allen able to knock down that free throw.
Full court pressure by the Sooners have given the San Diego club a little bit of a trouble tonight, but really hasn't been, it's been too little too late.
And there's a steal forced out of that full court pressure. Warren to the bucket, fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot two. Right now the lead stands at 19. Not a lot of time, though, at 2:10 remaining here in the game.
Gotten a little sloppy late, as most fans here in the Anchorage Bowl has exited stage left.
Well, here's something about Willie Warren. He's only one of 2 Sooners to score at least 500 points as a true freshman. He did that last year. The only other true freshman to do that, the late, great Wayman Tisdale, who played at Oklahoma in the early 80s. He actually was inducted into the Collegiate Basketball Hall of Fame this past week. Wayman Tisdale, after a great career at the University of Oklahoma, went on to have a decent career in their NBA. He played with the Phoenix Suns and the Sacramento Kings. He got into a little bit of the music side of things and started producing I believe he produced 3 albums. San Diego inbounds the ball, and the ball's stolen away by the Sooners. And here they come pushing the floor. Cade Davis mishandles the ball.
Setting up offense. Nothing's been easy for Oklahoma. It's going to stay that way. The final 153.
Willie Warren loses the ball, and it's stolen away by who else? The main man of the evening, Brandon Johnson, who is the leading point scorer for both teams here this evening. Has 20 points on the night. Ball almost stolen away by Mason Griffin, and it actually goes off the foot of Patrick McCullum in a turnover against San Diego.
Yeah, McCullum trying to find if the ball has air. Just kept dribbling. Kick that ball out, run some clock.
Oklahoma on the sideline inbounds. Mason Griffin, crossover dribble. 3-point attempt from Willie Warren, up and in. A little too late, though, for the Oklahoma Sooners. 74-60, about to hit a minute to play.
Cutting through that press all night long, like knife through butter.
Double team near half court. Willie Warren reaches around and fouls Brandon Johnson. Down at one point in this ball game. I think Oklahoma had a lead of about 5 or 6 points, and they battled back. And I'll tell you what, they just started putting it to Oklahoma. Those 3-pointers started falling for San Diego, and they started cutting easy buckets in transition as well.
Premier spots. They just put $20.2 million worth of improvements. That's about all UA's budget, period.
Free throw attempt from Willie Warren is up and good as we're under a minute to play, 53.2 seconds.
Just looking at some of the locker rooms there for Oklahoma in their media guide. Used to play for UAA. I think that was the size of our ice rink.
In the middle of that, you know?
No, we didn't have our nameplates. We shared lockers.
Second free throw up and good from Willie Warren. San Diego inbounds the ball. Skip pass into the front court. Jeff Capel's going to kind of call off the dogs here, telling them not to foul. No sense in even fouling with the score being as spread out as it is.
All elementary right now, 76-62.
San Diego will waste some time here as they back it out. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Rise and fire. A little bit short. What could be the last possession of the ball game. Oklahoma has the ball. Willie Warren dumps it down. Orlando Allen puts it on the floor and scores for 2 points. 12.3 seconds remaining here in the game. All San Diego's got to really do is inbound the ball, and Oklahoma's going to call off the dogs. And in a surprising upset, San Diego defeats the Oklahoma Sooners 76-64.